stop. If you want to dominate the next Anime Vanguards update, just like Luffy dominated Hardy Jones's 100k Fishman army, don't do anything until you watch this. In these next 60 seconds, I'm going to be showing you the best units, the smartest farming strategy, and the free resources that will save you gems and time. Most players are going to waste gems and pick the wrong units before the update drops. If you follow this guide, you'll already be ahead of everybody else. As I said before, Zoro is a very overpowered unit, and considering the fact that he only takes 67,000 to fully upgrade and he comes with his evolution item, he's a very valuable asset. Moving forward, we're going to need to get Whitebeard. In order to get this unit, all you have to do is go to the summon area. To the left, you'll see Whitebeard. Whitebeard has a game mode. You're going to click on his game mode and start. Once you get in, it's going to give you 6 units completely free. You don't have to do anything for these units. You're going to want to use autoplay and place it right about here. All you got to do is just either A, put an auto clicker over the replay button, or B, just every once in a while keep hitting the replay button if you're on, let's say, mobile. Once you've AFK'd for a couple of nights, you're going to see you have a lot of coins built up. With these coins, you can either A, buy the unit, or you're already going to have him from defeating him inside the game mode. If you already have him, you're going to want to evolve him by buying the fruits that you need, or you can either buy the stat chips in order to get better stats on your units next update, or the trait rerolls. There's even gems, and it's all completely free. You need nothing beforehand. Next, you're going to want to get Rukia. In order to get Rukia, you're going to play the winter event mode. It's also 2 times presents right now, so you can make upwards of 300,000 presents within an hour, okay? Or, with the new given Whitebeard and Zoro unit, you're going to be able to AFK the infinite mode overnight as well, giving you about probably around a couple 100,000 presents. Next, you're going to want Luffy. Luffy is a very high DPS who is full AoE and expands his damage and range from using his ability. Now, in order to get Luffy, all you're going to need to do is summon him on the banner. You could also use the selective banner if you choose to. After that, to evolve him, you're going to need some essences and the straw hat. To get the straw hat, you're going to have to do his quest line. His quest line consists of evolving 3 units, Sanji, Brook, and Nami the Navigator. After that, you're going to need to feed Luffy a bunch of the fruits from the new story mode, and there's a 5% chance that one of those fruits is going to give you what you need. And the other quest is going to need to be killing the pink villain, which is also known as Doflamingo, which you can defeat by doing the raid, which is the next thing that you're going to need to do. You're probably wondering, how am I going to prepare for next update? Well, first off, you're going to want to make sure that you have the units from this update, which is Rukia, Luffy, Zoro, and Whitebeard. These units are very important and are going to help you grind next update. It's also going to help you grind this update for next update. First, you're going to want to go to raids. Inside raids, you're going to see that there's the pink villain here. At the bottom, he has many things. You get rainbow essence, corruption crystals, phoenix shards, etc. You're going to want to get all these things, and the fastest way to grind it is actually inside here. First, you want to create a match of the Happy Factory. You can see here that it also includes the Familiar, which we're also going to want to get. Once you've entered, it's pretty easy. All you're going to do is place a couple of units at the front. You're not going to need to make it the whole 15 waves. At the top here, you're going to see that the waves are going to show in a green color. When the wave shows in a green color, a Doflamingo is going to be spawning. You're going to want to keep track of that number. As you can see, the pink villain has spawned. He's also spawned at wave 4, so you want to track down the number 4. He has also spawned in at wave 6, so you want to take wave 6 down. Now, there's 2 ways you can go about this. Since we now have the 3rd wave, which shows a 7, you can just come in here and do the code 4, 6, 7, and just make an assumption of 8. So I did get it right. He was going to spawn at the next wave, which brings me into the next area. In order to do this, you're going to want to search up a YouTube video on how to properly do this game mode. But by the end of the game mode, you're going to be getting tons of rewards. You're going to be getting the Doflamingo unit, which isn't extremely important, but more important is the Familiar and the coins. Once you've AFK'd for a bit or played for a while, you're going to accumulate a lot of happy coins. With these happy coins, you're able to buy so many things like trait rerolls and stat chips. You can also buy corruption crystals and phoenix shards. In my personal opinion, if you don't have a lot of trait rerolls nor stat chips, I would focus on buying those first, then focus on upgrading the familiars. One of the final things you're going to want to do is go to Tokorodo in the gold shop, and you're going to be wanting to buy all the essences, stat chips, and super stat chips. Reason being is because over time you can accumulate a lot of these essence stones without having to do really anything. The final thing that you're going to need to do for next update is make sure that you're doing all of the challenges, whether they be daily or even weekly. Make sure you do these as they give you ridiculous rewards. If you're really dedicated and really need something to do as well, just do the regular challenges because these reset every half hour. I recommend farming all of them until you max out the essence. Then I would be focusing mainly on the trait reroll challenges, the memorial shards, and the stat chips. Thank you guys so much for watching. I value your guys' opinions a lot, so please let me know how I did down in the comments below. If there's anything I need to fix, I'll do so.